ready. They're off. Budgerigar began okay. Seeable jumped quickly though from the inside, burning through to go to the lead, and Norwich is quickly whipping over with Forest War. Bleecker Street settles behind those, travels in fifth spot, followed by Seduce Me, My Mate. Then came Agassi, and out the back last of all as they settle down is King Cruiser. Reaching the 800, Seeable had held the front. The pace looked to be on from Norwich, second, sitting up there at his girth. A length and a half away in the clear, Forest War. Then came Bleecker Street down on the inside of Budgerigar, which is next, and then came My Mate, followed back on the inside Agassi. Between horses, Seduce Me not getting much room, and King Cruiser brought up the rear of the field and be spotting the leader about 5 or 6 lengths head start. 400 to go, and Norwich is serving it up to Seeable. It's Norwich on the outside, got about ahead to Seeable. 2 lengths Forest War. Bleecker Street goes back to the inside now as they balance up. Budgerigar trying to let down. Further back, Seduce Me not in it for the moment. It's Norwich. It's still in front, Norwich. Down the outside, Forest War, Budgerigar, Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street bursting through near the rail. Bleecker Street lands the money from Budgerigar. Bleecker Street beat Budgerigar. Norwich third ahead of Forest War. King Cruiser, Seduce Me, My Mate. Agassi next home. The pacemaker dropping out from the turn. Seeable has brought up the rear. Short way home. Quickest way home. Bleecker Street gets home. 6, Bleecker Street, Clint Johnston Porter defeats 2, Budgerigar. Chris Parnham, 8, Norwich, handled by Holly Watson. They'll be the numbers after the Studco handicap. Forest War, 9 will be 4th. 6, 2, 8 and 9, the interim numbers in 111, 6, 2. A long neck and a long neck. Official margins here with the Manhattan Rain 4-year-old registering its 3rd victory in 18 runs for trainer Darren McAuliffe, and handled here by Clint Johnston Porter. Got that beautiful inside run, tracked up on that pad against the rail, and finishing just a little too well for a game Norwich. Again, continuing to race very well by Demerit from Paronga Up Road, trained by Karen Kersley. Holly Watson there in the saddle. And third money going rather to Budgerigar, second, not Norwich, by Epaulette from Siskin. Dan Ben Pierce, Chris Parnham, Norwich third, 4th home, Forest War. Jason Brown sectional is 35.69, 35.69 here after the running of race 8. So a good result here for impressive racing, and the partners involved in Bleecker Street, and it saved every millimetre of ground in running to win. Race 9, the Mrs. Max handicap, is over 1,200 the next event, and there are no changes to come there with a field of 12. Lockie Taylor's back in the yard once again after the victory, and it certainly was a beautiful run that was presented to the favourite and eventual winner, Bleecker Street, getting right up on the rails for the hyphenator as you join the big man, D-Mac, after the victory.
Certainly do, Darren. Darren McAuliffe joins me now after the win of Bleecker Street. He appears to have just come back in fantastic form this time in. Darren, after the win at Bunbury, you were of the opinion that he's just really appreciating being trained on top of the ground. How's he been since then?
Yeah, and just sort of limiting his training, just keeping him that bit sharper. So, no, it's a good win. Perfect ride from CJP. They went quick, and we were lucky that one in front of us rolled off with the tempo, and yeah, it did try to roll back the fence, but we sort of snuck through and took the run before it shut up. But no, he was good. He let down nice, and he's going places. What
were you thinking in the run? Obviously, as you touched upon, he had a lovely run in behind the speed. Were there any nervous moments, in your opinion, at around the 500-metre mark, knowing that you'd need a little bit of luck, e.g. a leader rolling off the fence?
Yeah, well, I probably thought the 14 would have suited him better, but this is all we sort of really had. And yeah, look, the track's just been playing horribly by us today, and it's, you know, it is what it is. We're all got to cop it, but yeah, we sort of. It's funny when you've got to drop back from 14 to 12. It's not much, but it does change the pattern and sort of the way you can sort of race them, especially when they're not fresh, you know, third up. But look, he'd done a good job, got the job done, so it's fantastic.
With that in mind, does he go straight back to 1,400 metres next start?
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Just trying to find races for him in the program and sort of pick and choose my battles like I always do. It's, yeah, it can be a little bit tricky, but yeah, 14 hopefully next start, you know, a graduation, something like that.
Yourself and Emma are entering a new phase in your business. You might have to be a little more active at the yearling sales this year in comparison to years gone by. How have you found the process out of the Magic Millions complex?
Yeah, it's the same as usual. You know, I've done it for a lot of years, and obviously we breeding 30 odd horses a year for the last sort of 10 or 12 years. Yeah, it's a bit different now that I've got to go and sort of pick out a few. But oh, look, I've learnt to be a little bit frugal. My business partner Kevin at home, he'll be very ecstatic I've said that. But look, you just can't pay too much from now. You just got to sort of pick the eyes out of them, and you know, I've done this for 30 odd years. You sort of, and having breed them as well, you sort of know what can and can't be accepted and what they can and will not run through. But yeah, it's different. But I know my business partner's not going to be keen to loosen the purse strings.
A fun time nevertheless. Well done here on the win.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
There's Darren McAuliffe, and here's CJP catching up with Scotty.
Well, CJP, you rode this horse first up when he was way too good for them, and then you didn't ride him last start, but you jumped back aboard today and back to 1,200 metres. He needed every inch of that to get up the inside.
Yeah, definitely. He's just got a lot of heart, this horse. It tries really hard, and that's probably what I needed today. I just needed him to try as hard as he could. Like you said, dropping back to the 12 was going to be short, but yeah, he's got a bit of class about him.
Also, decision time for you at about the 600 metre marker about where am I going to get to? At what stage did you start to see the leaders start to roll up the track?
I didn't actually. I was just banking on it. I seen I had Chris to my outside and Brownie just in front of me. I thought I'm pretty much boxed in here. It was pretty much just thinking this is going along with my luck at the moment. I haven't had much of it, so I was just banking, hoping my time would change.
What about later on, Himsa Veladare? Can he improve third up?
Yeah, I hope he does. More so for the owners. I got beat on one of his earlier, so hopefully I can turn it around for him.
Congratulations, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
There's Clint Johnson-Porter continuing his good run for Darren McAuliffe and his stable. This time it's with Bleecker Street taking out the Studco handicap.